Alright, I know this video's late. Let me back up here. I gotta talk to the Browns fans, cough, Baker fans that sit here and just constantly run their mouth when they don't know anything about football. So, I go on Facebook, I go on the page, the Browns page, and there's just nothing. You'll have your occasional Browns fan who's actually sticking up for Watson, whatever. And you have these casual Brown fans. It's all right to be a casual Brown fan, but don't open your mouth like you know what you're talking about. Sitting there, I wish we had Baker. We be making a playoff push right now. Is that why he's on his third team now? There's a reason why we got rid of Baker. He sucks. There's a reason why Carolina got rid of Baker. He sucks. And it was, look what he did against the Raiders. Only had 48 hours to practice. Okay. Congrats, you beat the crappy Raiders. And the people saying, oh, you need to bench Watson and put Brissett back in there. And this is why you don't own a lot of us don't own an NFL team or whatever. They paid Watson $230 million to play quarterback for the Cleveland Browns. For ever since they came back, they haven't had a good quarterback since they came back into the fucking league. So you're gonna sit down the guy who has a little rust on him because he hasn't played in 700 days? These idiots think that he's gonna come back and just be Watson. No, dude, he hasn't played in 700 days. He wasn't allowed to practice with the Browns because of his suspension. He's not going to come back and be Mr. Watson from the Houston Texans. It's not going to happen. And for people sitting there thinking he's just going to come out and do that, you're a casual Browns fan or you're a Baker Mayfield puffer boy. Because he's not going to come out there and do that. We're out of the playoffs. Who gives a shit? We didn't even deserve to go for how bad we played. Watson, all the rest of these games, he's shaking the rust off. The game against Houston, it was his former team. And it was his first game back. Yeah, he's going to suck ass like he's never played an NFL game before in his fucking life. And his second game back against the Bengals, he was looking like he was shaking the rust off. I gotta see if I can go. Come on, Grandma, turn it. He was shaking the rust off. And his third game back, I'm sure it'll get even better. It's going to keep getting better and better. Yes, he'll have his occasional bad game. That's every NFL quarterback. Aaron Rodgers has bad games, even though I think Aaron Rodgers is washed. Tom Brady has his bad games. Every quarterback has their bad games. I don't care how good you are in this league. You're going to have a bad game or two. People don't know how to freaking merge. So, if you're sitting there and you want Baker Mayfield back, there's 31 other teams you can go root for. Stop rooting for the Browns. All the fans who left the Browns fan base because we signed a legitimate quarterback who's elite, who cares if you don't like him? Do you want to see the Browns win? Because I want to watch the Browns win. I want to see the Browns hoist the Lombardi and not go below average every freaking season. Are you not sick and tired of the 4-12 seasons? Or now it'd be... was it 4-13 as what you would finish as? But are you not tired? Are you fucking not tired of seeing them finish below fucking 500 every season? Turning that off because there's a... do you ever drive on the highway or on any road and there's a guy with LED lights behind you? Every time I think it's a cop. I just don't want to deal with it. Yeah, it wasn't a cop, just some dude in the truck. Yeah, just go root for Baker Mayfield if you like Baker that much. Personally, I'm not going to root for a player. I used to like LeBron. I'm not going to get into why I don't like him anymore. But I would always root for LeBron. That was the one player I would always root for, unless he played my Cavaliers. If you want to root for Baker, holy shit, this guy's fucking flying. If you want to root for Baker, that's fine. But when he plays the Browns, you don't root for the guy. It just aggravates my very soul that people sit there on Facebook thinking they know what they're talking about, saying, oh, Brissett should be in. No, he shouldn't. Is he our future? No. Should he be our backup? I believe so. He'd be a solid backup. There's a reason why he's been with like fucking 3 or 4 other teams. He's a journeyman quarterback. He's going to be... That's what Baker should have realized that he was. He's a backup quarterback. He is not an elite quarterback. In this league, I want an elite quarterback that can go in there, throw the ball, and win me games. Let's go on to the coaches now. Kevin Stefanski, his play calling sucks. He needs to go. And his play calling sucks because the guy up in the booth over there named Paul DePodesta is telling him what to run. He has to go to Paul DePodesta for every game plan, and Jimmy Haslam, and discuss what he's going to do for the game. You don't do that. You call plays based on how the fucking game is going. It's the flow of the game. And for you to sit there and go by, oh, the percentage here says this, it's just like, what are you doing? And I'm dumbfounded. He brought in Brissett on 4th and 1. I was like, oh, they're going to sneak. It's obvious sneak. And then he bombs it to the end zone. I'm just sitting there dumbfounded. I was like, this guy hasn't been warmed up in the game and you want him to throw deep right off rip? Are you nuts? And then Joe Woods, more breakdowns. Our safety's all the way back there and he bites on a freaking play action. Are you kidding? What safety bites on a play action that fucking hard? I was embarrassed. Bengals finally got it on us. I went into this game and I just had it in my gut. It's time for the Browns to lose to the Bengals. It's going to happen. And it happened because all good things must come to an end. Oh man, another LED light behind me. Kevin Stefanski needs fired. You need to bring in Sean Payton. Joe Woods needs fired. Let Sean Payton and Jimmy Haslam. You've done the right thing by getting Deshaun Watson. You need to call up Sean Payton, and I think right now he's still under contract by the Saints, but trade him to Saints a pick or something so we can get him. Or you need to call up Bruce Arians. I mean, look how bad Tampa Bay is because they put Bruce Arians up in the booth. They suck. Coaches matter. I don't know if it's Tom Brady being washed in his divorce that's fucking him up, but you got to get rid of Kevin Stefanski, Paul DePodesta, Joe Woods. You hand the keys to Sean Payton or Bruce Arians and say, go to work. Get me a Lombardi trophy. 2 coaches who have won Lombardi trophies. You can do it. And let's talk about this defense real quick. Dude, Ward, he sucks. I'm sorry. I like Ward because he's from Ohio State, but this guy is a generic Eli Apple. He had that one good season where he picked off Big Ben in his rookie season like twice in a game that we tied in, if you remember that. And he doesn't play much. Jadeveon Clowney too. Do not re-sign him. He sucks. He's here for a freaking contract. He's just playing for money. He doesn't care if we win or lose. I don't want players on my team that don't want to win. It's fine if you want to collect some cash. Of course, all NFL players want to collect cash or they want to be playing the game. But I want them to go in there and win. You could see that on Miles, that he's getting pissed that they're losing. I know no Browns players are going to watch this, but I really hope there's a rebellion against Kevin Stefanski in that locker room. I got to merge. Because it's ridiculous watching this game. It's boring. Has there been any game this year that's just like, oh, thrilling? No, it's just boring. He doesn't know how to use Chubb. He doesn't know how to use Kareem Hunt. It's so obvious what he's going to do every time Hunt runs in. He's going to run the fucking ball. Seriously. I would rather have a pro Madden player calling plays for this team over Kevin Stefanski. I would. Because at least he's not going to go by analytics. We'd have better luck with a 5-year-old calling plays that plays Madden all day. I mean, this is ridiculous. No, we will do better next year. God forbid we have Kevin Stefanski, but if we do, I believe we will at least make the playoffs by the skin of our teeth. But if not, Kevin Stefanski 110% needs to go next year. I want him fired this year. Let him just finish out the season. You get Sean Payton, hand him the keys, and you let him do what he needs to do. Andrew Berry, gone. See ya, buddy. You need to call up John Dorsey and offer him his job back because that guy got this team where they are. All of his drafts were great except for Baker Mayfield. He should have drafted Josh Allen. It's fine. Every GM's not perfect, and I get in arguments with people about that too. John Dorsey picked Baker Mayfield. And it's like, yeah, and you know who else he picked? He built the Kansas City Chiefs. He built the Green Bay Packers. He got the sorry-ass Browns to be relevant when nobody else could do that. Why is this guy not the top GM everybody wants? Maybe because John Dorsey has an ego problem. I don't know. That's my opinion. But I would call John Dorsey back in if I'm Sean Payton, because the guy knows talent like the back of his hand. So I want John Dorsey back. His only bad pick was fucking Baker Mayfield. And he got fired because I guess he wanted to... I'm taking this opinion from El Presador, Quantrell Bishop. If anybody knows who that is, I'm sure you know who he is. But his opinion is John Dorsey had an ego, and he picked Freddie Kitchens because he wanted to take all the credit for building the Browns up, yada, yada. This guy needs to get off my ass. And, of course, if you don't pick the right coach, your team's going to suck no matter who's on the team. So, that's my opinion. Am I mad the Browns lost today? No. Because we're watching Deshaun shake the rust off him. The season was over anyways. Stefanski, you'd be fine right now if you completed your games and won the games that we were supposed to win. But no, your stupid play calling cost this team the playoffs. I'm sick of it. Like last year when Baker was hurt, you should have sat his ass down and said, you're done. Because this is my job. You're making me look bad. You're done. You're hurt. Sit your ass down. We're putting in Case Keenum. We probably could have made a playoff run. But no, you have this guy who's gimped. And I believe he had him out there because he wanted to prove everybody that Baker sucked. And, okay, fine. But you still could have got rid of him at the end of the season, just talking to Andrew Berry and getting Deshaun. Deshaun didn't even want to come here. But we're the ones who guaranteed all the money. We're his first off the list. But nobody else wanted to offer him the money like we did. Thank God we did. I'm happy. We got ourselves a franchise quarterback. Finally. He has to shake off the rust. That's all he has to do. He'll shake off the rust by next season. He's getting into the flow of the game. He hasn't practiced. You're not going to... I'm sorry. Let's say that you lost your job for 700 days and you finally went back to it. You're not going to be as fluent as you used to be. Let's be real. I'm turning off my light right here because cops like to hide on this road. Got a ticket the other day for going 20 over the limit, so that's going to be a sexy ticket to pay. And my insurance rate's going to fly up. But anyways, yeah, that's just my opinion. If I had the keys to this franchise, if I was the owner, I'd like Kevin. I'm going to tell him. I'm like, Kevin, in my mind, I'm like, Kevin finishes out this season. He would have been gone last season. Kevin finishes out the season. I'm giving Sean Payton the call. I'll be like, I'm going to hand you the keys to this franchise. Please get this sorry ass franchise a fucking Lombardi, because I'm sick of sitting here and watching this team suck year after year. It's pathetic. I'm a billionaire who paid billions to own this team. I'm sick of seeing trash after trash walking on the field and not being productive. I want winners. It's shit. Whatever happened to coaches like Jim Mora and shit that actually called out their players for sucking? Not that, we gotta just watch the tape. You know what? Players hate Bill Belichick, but you know what? They're fucking scared of him. Because he's the boss. And if you don't do what the boss wants, you're gone. And they respect Bill Belichick. They probably hate his guts. But this guy is going to get you a ring on your fingers if you stick with him. Play your ass off and listen to him. Yeah, you hate him, but guess what? Your paycheck looks nice and you got rings on your finger. That, to me, is what if I was an NFL player, that's what I want as an NFL player. I want rings on my finger. So, if I could get Bill Belichick, heartbeat, I would do it. But Bill's not going to leave the Pats. He's going to retire with the Patriots. All right, this video's going on like 15 minutes now. That's my opinion on the matter. You got to fire Stefanski, fire Joe Woods. Just get rid of the whole coaching staff. Call up Sean Payton or Bruce Arians. Let Sean pick his GM, but I hope he is like, I'm going to get John Dorsey back in here because his team has talent. But that guy, Andrew Berry, he's out of here. His picks suck. And that's what I do. And I look at Denzel Ward and be like, you better improve yourself. You're out of Cleveland. Because this is pathetic how you're playing, dude. You got the paycheck and you sat down and you haven't done shit. He doesn't turn around to watch the ball either. He just sits there. Oh, let me put my hand up because I see the receiver wants to catch the ball. It's like, would you turn around? That's why you're not doing nothing. You're not turning around. Like Jamar Chase when he got that touchdown against Ward and the safety. I don't know what the other player was. And he just slung it right. Burrow slung it right through him. Dude, if you turn around, you could bat it or you could pick it. What are you doing? Yeah, he's not good. I'm sorry. Ward is not good. And I like Ward personally because he's a Buckeye and he was from a school up the street from where I live. He went to Macedonia, I do believe. I want him to turn around. I want him to be good. I don't personally hate the guy. I like Denzel. But, dude, I want to win. You're not playing up to your potential. All right. It's been Bullyguard. If you enjoyed my rant on the Browns, I'm not even pissed that they lost. It's whatever. It actually helps getting Stefanski canned from the Browns. And hopefully Jimmy Haslam takes a look at Paul DePodesta's analytics. And he's like, no, this ain't how you run an NFL franchise. You're gone, dude. And I can't believe he gave him a 5-year contract. Jimmy's a pro at doing that, isn't he? All right. I'm home. So that's my rant. If you liked what I said or disliked what I said, you can comment below. Subscribe if you enjoyed the video because I like talking about the Browns and I like being engaging in the comments with people like-minded or even have different opinions than I do. I'm open to opinions. So I'll catch you in the next video. I usually always make videos when we lose, but if it's like an exciting victory, I'll make a video. So I'll see you in the next video. Peace out, guys.